We have entered the season of spring. The season of new beginnings, fresh flowers, and pollen induced sneezing fits. But most importantly, it's the season of romance. And no, I'm not talking about real life romance because who has time for that when fictional love interest exists, alright? And it is also time when you get new publish publishing books every other day. So yeah, it's pretty exciting season. If you like me, prefer your love stories with perfectly timed banter, just the right amount of angst, and the push and pull between the main leads, then welcome. Today I am bringing you the ultimate list of must-read romance books for spring 2025 because what better way to spend these breezy, sunny days than falling in love over and over again, safely from the comfort of your reading nooks. So, hey, I am Prakriti if you are new to my channel, and welcome back if you have already been here. So, let's dive into the best romance book you need on your TBR this season. The must read, the ultimate guide for romance book for the spring 2025 season. Please keep that in mind that I'm not talking in any particular order because I can't choose between these books. I can't rank them. All of them are really close to my heart. So yeah, let's talk about two books that have officially taken my permanent residence in my heart. Happy Place by Emily Henry, definitely, and The Ex-Vows by Jessica Joyce. These books aren't just romance novels, they are home. If book could hug, these two could wrap me in the coziest, warmest embrace and tell me everything is gonna be perfectly okay. I think these books have quite similarities which are insane. Both these books feature second chance romance, aka my emotional kryptonite. Both books have exes forced to spend time together in emotionally charged, nostalgia laden setting, and both have enough tension to power a country, and both made me want to stand up and scream at the characters. So just admit you are still in love and please save me the emotional distress. So let's talk about Happy Place now. When a book makes you feel like you have been simultaneously stabbed in heart and tucked into bed with a warm cup of tea? Yeah, that's Happy Place. Harriet and Wynne are pretending they're still together while vacationing with their best friends. And if you think that sounds like a brilliant idea with zero emotional consequences, congratulations. You too could be a romance protagonist. Their chemistry, oh, off the chart. Their heartbreak, physically painful. Their love, so deep and real, it makes me want to weep. This book is such a well-rounded book. These are amazing friendships. It's not upper layer friendship. These are deep friendships which have been running successfully for years and years, and the way their friends help each other, oh, love it. And the banter, the forced proximity, oh my god, the push and pull, I am loving that side of Emily Henry's writing. I think that is a big turn on for me when I'm reading a book. And I think by the end of the video, you will know I am a sucker for second chance romances. I just love them when writer makes me believe yes they're exes, but they still love each other. Oh, if it is done correctly, definitely they're gonna be favorite, just like The Happy Place and The Ex-Vows. So yeah, Emily does what she does best, this painful longing, devastatingly romantic moments, and dialogue so good I want it tattooed on my soul. Now let's talk about The Ex-Vows. Ex-Vows is very similar to Happy Places, but it's slightly more chaotic than Happy Place. There is road tripping, wildly fun friends, and the main characters Georgia and Ellie have broken up 5 years ago, and they are not keeping in contact with each other because that was painful the way they have broken up, because just like in Happy Place, they have been knowing each other for such a long time. Firstly, they were friends, and then they were in relationship, and that is painful when your partner with whom you have such a long history doesn't end up well. But they somehow keep running into each other, not frequently, but they need to communicate sometimes because they are friends with their best friends. Both of them have a common best friend, so it's something unavoidable. And when it's your best friend's wedding, that's the top tier on unavoidable thing. And here is the thing, Ellie is a workaholic. It's a spoiler, but yeah, he is like a statue of being workaholic, and he have not participated in the wedding so much. So now Georgia and Ellie, both of them take this charge of the wedding, and they have to work together in the forced proximity. So their tension, there is reluctant proximity, and there is a whole lot of oh no. I still love these moments. It's got the perfect mix of humor and heartache, and the way Jessica Joyce writes this character, so flawed, so lovable, makes me want to wrap them in a blanket and protect them from the world. And there is this song by Taylor Swift, Paper Rings. This book is like the perfect ambassador for that song, because that is so beautiful moment. Ellie makes paper ring for Georgia, every time he wants to say something, but she doesn't know that he writes some note in those rings. So at the end you will see there is a really cute and heartwarming scene. You love it. So yeah, I Would Marry You with Paper Ring is so perfect a song for this book. And I don't know how insane can the similarities be. In both of these books there is this sentence or a phrase, what do you call, told by Georgia in the ex-vows, the FMC in the book, and Harriet in the Happy Place. They both say you to their partners. I don't know how writers can find those similarities, but I will never forget that phrase, you. Yeah, both these books are for the hopeless romantics, not just like me, who thrive on longing, the pain of unresolved feelings, and the sheer devastation of watching two people realize they have never stopped loving each other. If you need me, I will be rereading both of them for 100th time, pretending I am not emotionally tuned. So, at the parting ways from both the books, I would like to say, the ex-spouse is, you may sometimes feel a bit more cliche, a bit more rom-commy than what Happy Place is. So, I think Happy Place is a bit serious, or you'd say less chaotic than what the ex-vows is. In the ex-vows you will get millions of cutesy scenes, more cutesy scene than in Happy Place. Happy Place have a bit more complexities, I would say. But I enjoyed both the books. I think both of them had my 5-star rates, and I think I have read them 2 to 3 times at least. Already established that second chance romance has me in an emotional chokehold, right? So what if we add a little enemies to lovers energy, a dash of petty warfare, some peak rom-com chaos? There enter Your Ultimate You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle, a book that asks, what if you were engaged? Well, nice, but also actively trying to get the other person to call off the wedding first. My god, the amount of laugh I had while reading this book, and the sweetness that I had at the end of the book is chef's kiss. So here, Naomi and Nicholas are engaged, but instead of basking in to be married bliss. They are locked in a battle of wills. Oh my god, the pranks, the sabotage, the petty revenge. It's basically the Hunger Game, but with little cake tasting. Sarah Hogle said, what if the best way to rekindle love is through unhinged behavior? And honestly, she was right. The banter, razor sharp, the tension, oh, I could cut it with a butter knife. The character growth, chef's kiss. So it's hilarious, it's heartfelt, and it's perfectly captures the moments when two people stop fighting each other and start fighting for each other. Oh my god, that is the most sweetest thing I have read in a book. The way they fight against each other, in the first half of the book, and the way they fight for each other by the end of the book. Once makes you want to read the book again and again. This is my ultimate favorite. It's so perfect. I love these kinds of romance. So basically, if you love romance with just a little bit of psychological warfare, this book is definitely for you. And I am saying you have to read this book. You will laugh so hard, but by the end of the book you will root for these characters. And now, for a book that feels like a little pitch trip, an impulsive decision, and an oh no, I got feelings moment all rolled into one, you gotta read Just for the Summer by Abby Jiminez. We have all heard of summer flings, but what if it was between two people cursed to ruin every relationship they enter? This is so, I don't know how to explain, chaotic setting for any book. So here we meet Justin and Emma, who have a little bit of problem. So every person they date find true love. However, just not with them. So naturally, they happen to be in an app, and they decide to date each other to break the curse. So because that's definitely how the universe works, right? A big spoiler, it does not go as planned. This book has summer vibes, emotional depth, and the chemistry oozing out. Abby Jiminez delivers this top tier humor, gut-wrenching emotions, and characters so lovable. I want to personally send them a care package. If you are in a mood for romance that starts at fun and flirty but sneaks up on you with all the feelings, this is the book. Oh my god, I just love Justin. He is one of the best book boyfriends. In fact, all the books I have talked about have amazing book boyfriends. The way there are these moments where he cares for Emma. They are so sweet, so beautiful, so heartwarming. You wanna go to the road and see if you can find such a boyfriend for you. This book has my heart. All of these books have my heart for a reason. The warmth, the cuteness, the heartwarming scenes. Oh, I love it. And there you have it, 4 books that will ruin your emotional stability in the best possible way. But don't worry, we are not done yet. Stick around, because next up we have even more romance reads you need on your TBR ASAP. So alright, so we have covered second chance romance with a side of psychological warfare, unhinged wedding sabotage, and an emotionally devastating summer fling. But now we are diving into the kind of love stories that hit deep, the ones that are messy, raw, and so heartbreakingly beautiful that you will stare at the ceiling for hours after finishing them. I am talking about 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, a book that asks, what if your first love, the one who shattered your heart, walked back into your life 15 years later while you were pretending to be totally fine? Eva and Shane have had a wild, all consuming love when they were teenagers, and then boom, heartbreak, trauma, radio silence. And now, Eva is this best selling romance author, the irony. And Shane is a literary genius with a mysterious past. And when they reunite at a book event, the tension is so thick you could cut it with a first edition hardcover. The chemistry, the pain, the writing, so good it makes me want to throw my own book across the room. Tia Williams delivers deeply flawed, deeply human characters, and their love story is a messy in the best possible way. If you love books about painful history, intense passion, and second chances that feel impossible, this one will break you in the best way. This book is not your rom-com, easy, cutesy book. This book is heavier on topic. There is, talk about addiction, mental illness, and also, there is this beautiful relationship between daughter and mother, both between Eva and her daughter, and a little heartbreaking and gut-wrenching relationship between Eva and her mother. By the end of the book, Eva also finds a different purpose in her life, which is beyond romance, which is about finding her family connections, family history, family ancestor, family, and what history holds up for you. And I think that is also so important. So I think this is the one of the best books I have ever read in 2024. And speaking of messy, let's talk about a book that redefines second chances in the most real, emotional, soul crushing way. I often think about these characters, and recently I reread this book because I love both the characters. This is so my type of a book. I'm talking about Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. What if the person you were meant to be with was the one you had to let go? It is a book about that. Yasmin and Zosia had the kind of love that felt unshakable until life happened. That was so heartbreaking. You have to read that book, and if you have already read the book, you know the heartbreak, grief, loss, and the struggles they couldn't overcome led them to divorce. But guess what? Just because you sign a paper doesn't mean your heart moves on, right? The emotional tension, unbearable in the best way. The healing journey, so raw and real. The chemistry, they never stopped wanting each other. Kennedy Rand writes romance that hurts in a way that feels necessary, like a therapy session you didn't realize you needed. This book isn't just about love, it's about growth. It's about choosing each other again, even when the world tries to pull you apart. If you are not sobbing by the end of the book, you might actually be a robot, because I have cried a lot while reading this book. The reason why I love second chances romance, and especially the characters who have a lot of history, like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, that makes it so real. And sometimes I feel like these are not work of fiction. These feel like so real, like it may have happened to me, or it may have happened to one of my friends. So I completely relate, and also I relate with Yasmin in that thing. You will get to the book, the fun part as well. There is some jealousy happening in the book. Oh my god, I would also get jealous like Yasmin. So yeah, Yasmin and me, we have, I think, a vibe check. But my god, Joshua, I loved him. I loved him. And this book is definitely pro therapy, which I really loved. The kids, the younger kid is so cute, and the sister, the daughter, who is the eldest, oh, she gives such a teenager vibe. That's like what Gen Z's are. The way she talks, it's hilarious. And the friendships in the book, this book is a 3-book series. Before I Let Go is the first one, and you have the other, which is already published. um, what do I call that book? This Could Be Us, and that is about her one friend. And you will be getting the third book in May, I guess, and I'm so excited for her. She is amazing character, so I am really excited for what the author have in her bag for that character. Yeah, coming back to this book, I loved it. Okay, I loved it. There is a reason I love second chances romance, and this book just validated me, and I couldn't have been more proud of it. I think this is such a book which I want to read once in a while, every once in a while, when I'm feeling like I want to read some really good romance. This would be a book for me. And the way she calls Joshua, the nickname, so cute. And every time he calls her, I am on the floor. That shows how good this book is. So that, my friend, is how you write second chance romance with depth. Depth, chef's kiss. But don't go anywhere, because we still have more books to talk about. Up next, even more must reads that will have you questioning your entire emotional stability. Sick, okay? We have cried, we have emotionally unraveled, we have questioned our entire existence thanks to Before I Let Go and 7 Days in June. But now, let's talk about 2 other books that bring a whole new level of longing, forced proximity, and romance so intense it feels almost like poetry. I am talking about The Roughest Draft by Emily Wibberley and Austin, co-writers, writing a book with your ex after a disastrous falling out. What could possibly go wrong? So yeah, this book again is about 2 writers, Katrina and Nathan. They used to write together. They used to be like a writing duo who have given like the blockbuster. Their books bestsellers, their connection undeniable. And then something happened. Mystery? Intrigue? Betrayal? You'll find out. And they swore to never speak again. But publishing contracts are evil, so they are forced back together in a one house. Forced proximity, enemies to lovers, masterpiece. This book have redefined the chemistry, since they are writers, the way they express what they're feeling at present, oh my god, it's amazing. I think that is the best part of it. If they're angry with each other, they will write, and interpret through their characters, and it's just insane. That makes you want more and more of the book. However, a disclaimer for me, I think this book is not a 5-star but a 4.5 or 4.75 star, only because there is slight emotional cheating sort of a scenario happening. Yeah, that's that. But coming back to the book, the tension, oh my goodness, it's so thick. And the beginning, deliriously good. The dialogue, painfully real and amazing. This book is soft, slow, and completely intoxicating. It's the kind of romance that lingers, where every glance, every word, every moment is filled with so much unsaid emotion you could scream. If you love books that make you ache in the best way, I think The Roughest Draft is a must read. When I read this book, I had so many emotions. It's like revisiting. This book is like have this past and present timeline, dual pure timelines, and the way it's written and the similarities you'll find, in the past and the present. Oh my goodness, you gotta try it. And now let's talk about other recent favorite book of mine that was released in March of this year, which is Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bostane. It's amazing, okay? I loved every bit of it. Cara Bostane have masterfully crafted a narrative that delves deep into the complexities of grief, healing, and the unexpected paths of love. Our FMC, Lenny, our resilient protagonist, is navigating through this huge loss after the death of her best friend Lou, which is unquestionably the most painful thing. In an effort to honor Lou's memory and reclaim her own life, Lenny embarks on this completing their live again list, a series of tasks designed to reignite her zest for life. And then it is our best book boyfriend ever, Miles, a man grappling with his own wounds, both seen and unseen. Their paths cross, leading to a partnership that promises healing and perhaps a second chance at love. Oh, I love this book, okay? I really, really, really love this book. What makes this book shine is the authentic exploration of grief. Bostane doesn't shy away from portraying the raw, unfiltered emotions that accompany loss. Readers, including me, I think we have praised this book for its genuine depiction of sorrow and the journey towards healing. And the relationship between Lenny and Miles unfolds organically, allowing readers to savor each moment of connection. This gradual build-up adds depth and authenticity to their bond. Oh, I loved it. Miles is so secure in terms of his relationship with Lenny. I just love this man. And the way he wants to work on himself for his family, that's insane. You'll get to see a pic of his cute cousin in the book. It's amazing. And I need to talk about this one scene where he dances with his cousin. So cute, so heartwarming. Loved it. Lenny and Miles are beautifully flawed. They are not these perfect characters, making their stories resonate deeply, and their struggles and the way they overcome their fears and their insecurities feel personal, as if you are walking alongside them through their journey. And despite the heavy themes, the narrative is imbued with hope and resilience. It's a testament to the human spirit's capacity to find lights even in the darkest time. I have found solace in Lenny's story. I think I love stories which have this element of grief happening, but it is also showing how you move and how you start living your life even with that grief. You have that grief in one corner of your heart, you are acknowledging it, but also you are living your life. I think that is a beautiful message. Promise Me Sunshine is more than just a romance novel, okay? It's a heartfelt exploration of life's fragility and the beauty that can emerge from pain. Cara have delivered a story that will linger in your heart, reminding you of the transformative power of love and the importance of embracing every moment. Have you read Promise Me Sunshine? Please share your thoughts and let's discuss the journey of Lenny and Miles together. And if you haven't, I must say it has to be in your 2025 TVL list ASAP. And there you have it, guys. 2 books that will rake your souls and make you rethink every text you have ever left unread. But don't go anywhere, because we are still to find 2 more books which you must read anyhow this year. And those books are beautiful, I guess. All right. We have covered messy second chances, heartbreaks, and slow burn emotional devastation. But now, let's talk about romance with Eli Banter, soon-worthy leads, and just the right amount of forced proximity tension, aka my personal favorite. Now, the book I'm talking about is The Bodyguard by Katerine Centre, a book that asks, what if the grumpy, brooding movie star needed a bodyguard, and that bodyguard was you? Ha ha ha, funny. Okay. Hannah Brooks is not your typical rom-com heroine, okay? She's not here to be saved. She's the one who is doing the saving. How I love strong female characters. How I love diverse female characters who are, beyond your cutesy girl who need to be saved. Oh my god, I love those FMCs. Okay, well, back to the book. As a professional bodyguard, she's assigned to protect Hollywood's this beloved heartthrob, Jack. But here is a twist. Jack doesn't want the world to know he needs protection. So what's the solution? Obviously, a fake relationship, right? Forced proximity? Check. Fake dating? Double check. Banter that will have you grinning like an idiot? You already know, guys. I think this book is funny, charming, and surprisingly heartfelt. Hannah is a no-nonsense, tough-as-nail heroine who still has feelings, okay? And most importantly, she is just, coming out of the death of her mother, which is heartbreaking. And Jack is this character. I think I had my doubts about him, I'll be honest. Till the end of the books, there is so many twists and turns. At some point, I feel like, what the hell Jack is doing? So he's not one of my book boyfriends for sure, but something was in this book which I really enjoyed. And most importantly, to my book readers, who don't want spice in their book, this book is perfect for them. It's clean, only 1 or 2 kisses at the end of the book, I guess. Otherwise, it's perfectly clean. So if you are not into spicy books, this book is perfect for you. So yeah, if you love romances that blend action, comedy, and ridiculously good tension, I think this one is definitely for you. And now, you guys, for a book that took the sport romance genre and said, let's give them a light tension and the softest, sweetest slow burn of all time, you gotta read The Right Move by Liz Tomforde. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite book in the series, okay? And you need to read this book ASAP. I didn't enjoy the first book in the series, but after that, all the 3 books, I loved it. And I am so excited for Rio's book. If you have already read Liz Tomforde's book, you know what I am talking about. But guys, please start with The Right Move. You will love it, okay? This is like forced proximity, see, they are roommates because Indy needs a place to stay, and her best friend tells her brother's house is so big, so she can definitely rent and share his house with her. So yeah, that's the premise of the book. Brother's best friend who is also NBA's star, who is like the sweetest boy. My gosh. So we are talking about Ran, who is the serious, grumpy, zero no nonsense basketball player, and Indy, my girl, is an emotional, sunshiny, hopeless romantic. I love that girl, okay? I love that girl. I would listen no hate comments about them because they are cute, okay? This is like the perfect fictional book, okay? I don't know if I need these things happening in my real life, but definitely in fiction it's a big guess, because I love for fictional stories, which are a bit of over the top, and you have this amazing book boyfriend. Oh my god, how he is a perfect book boyfriend. I can't even describe in words. For that, you need to grab this book ASAP. I'm telling you, if you love MMCs with this amazing acts of services, who is sweet, soft, and little naughty when it's come to her, you are gonna love it. It's like I will worship the floor you walk in. Yes. And still, there are this emotional depth happening over there. There is something deeper into their characters. It's not something like a cutesy only. There is emotions. There is this chemistry. There is this emotional chemistry also happening. So that is a great plus point to have in a book. So brother's best friend, definitely a classic trope in any romance, and slow burn, so good you might combust. And definitely you're gonna love this grumpy sunshine dynamic executed to perfection. Ryan is the most soft-hearted, secretly romantic, okay, and ridiculously devoted man in the history of sports romance, and I will not be taking argument at this time, as I have already told you. And Liz Tomforde gave us a beaming domestic fluff and a love story so tender it makes real life dating feel super. So if you are in a mood for romance that is equal parts sunny, emotional, and certain intuition, this book is a must read. So if you love spicy sports romance, this is your book for you. There are so many scenes. I think 3 to 4 spicy scenes. Oh my god, they are really spicy scenes, okay? And you're gonna enjoy it. And our boy, how can I describe? How many times have I told you he is like the best husband material? There is this cute scene where he learns ASL language for English father. It's so cute. And there is this scene where there is this saying something like, the silent love are the loudest love. And oh man, I love it. I think I have read this book 4 to 5 times already. Can you imagine? I have read 4 to 5 times because there is this something in this book which makes you want to read this book again and again. I loved it. This is also one of those books for which I am not hearing any criticism. So well, there you have it. 2 more books that will ruin your dating expectations forever. Have it, the ultimate romance reads you need on your TV at this spring, right? Whether you are in the mood of swoon-worthy slow burns, second chance heartbreakers, or of fake dating disasters that somehow turns into true love, there is something here for every romance lover. Now, I need to know which of these books have you read and which ones are you adding to your TBR immediately. And most importantly, did I just completely ruin your dating plans for, next 2 months? Yeah, drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's scream our romance together. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss the next book is deep dive, because let's be real, this TBR crisis, it's never ending. So until next time, happy reading and make May your fictional crosses never disappoint you. Bye bye.